Emotional security is the foundation of any thriving relationship, and for a woman, it is often the core that sustains her connection with her partner. While many elements contribute to the health of a partnership, emotional security is where everything begins. It is not a luxury or a bonus, it is a fundamental need. When a woman feels emotionally secure, she feels free to be vulnerable, authentic, and fully present in the relationship. Without it, even the most promising bonds can unravel over time. To understand emotional security, we must first recognize that it goes beyond material provisions or external stability. It is not about how much money is in the bank account or how impressive the home may be. Emotional security is about the intangible yet powerful feeling of safety that comes from knowing she is valued, respected, and cherished. It is the assurance that her thoughts and feelings will be met with understanding rather than dismissal, and that her presence in the relationship is not only appreciated but celebrated. When a woman feels emotionally secure, she can trust that her partner has her best interests at heart. This trust allows her to be open about her fears, dreams, and desires. She can express herself without fear of judgment or ridicule, knowing that her vulnerability will not be weaponized against her. In this space of safety, love can flourish. Emotional security creates a fertile ground for growth, both individually and as a couple. It empowers her to take risks, pursue her goals, and invest deeply in the relationship, knowing she has a partner who is genuinely supportive. However, the absence of emotional security can have profound consequences. When a woman feels emotionally unsafe, she begins to withdraw, sometimes physically, but always emotionally. She may start to doubt her worth in the relationship, questioning whether her needs matter or if her feelings are valid. Over time, this sense of insecurity erodes her connection with her partner. She may become hesitant to share her thoughts, fearing they will be dismissed or minimized. The intimacy that once brought the couple closer begins to fade, replaced by distance and silence. Emotional security also requires consistency. A woman needs to know that her partner is reliable not only in actions but also in emotional availability. If a man is unpredictable in his reactions, or if his support wavers depending on his mood or circumstances, it creates an atmosphere of uncertainty. This inconsistency can make her feel like she is walking on eggshells, unsure of how her partner will respond to her needs. In contrast, when a man consistently shows up through his words, actions, and presence, he reinforces her sense of security and strengthens the bond between them. Another critical aspect of emotional security is validation. A woman does not need her partner to solve all her problems or agree with everything she says, but she does need to feel heard and understood. Validation is about acknowledging her perspective, even when it differs from his. It is about listening with empathy and responding with care. When a man dismisses a woman's feelings or tells her she is overreacting, it sends a clear message her emotions are not important. This invalidation chips away at her emotional security, leaving her feeling unsupported and alone. Moreover, emotional security is deeply tied to respect. A woman cannot feel secure in a relationship where she is not treated with dignity. Respect means valuing her opinions, honoring her boundaries, and recognizing her worth as an equal partner. It means refraining from behaviors that belittle, demean, or undermine her. Without respect, even the most loving words or grand gestures lose their meaning, as they are not rooted in genuine regard for her as a person. For a woman, emotional security also includes the assurance of loyalty and commitment. She needs to know that her partner is fully invested in the relationship, not just in words but in actions. Betrayal, whether through infidelity, dishonesty, or neglect, shatters the foundation of emotional security. Once broken, trust can take years to rebuild, if it can be rebuilt at all. A man who prioritizes his relationship and consistently demonstrates his fidelity creates a sense of stability that allows his partner to feel safe and confident in their bond. It is important to note that emotional security is not a one-time achievement, it is an ongoing process. Relationships are dynamic, and so are the needs of the individuals within them. What makes a woman feel secure at one stage of her life may evolve as she grows and faces new challenges. A man who is attentive and adaptive, who continues to invest in understanding and supporting his partner, will foster a lasting sense of emotional security. When emotional security is present, it transforms a relationship into a sanctuary, a place where both partners can thrive. A woman who feels secure is not only more likely to stay in the relationship, but also to pour her energy, love, and devotion into it. She becomes more resilient in the face of challenges, more forgiving of imperfections, and more willing to work through conflicts. Emotional security lays the groundwork for a partnership that is not only enduring, but also deeply fulfilling. In the end, emotional security is about creating a space where a woman feels safe to be herself, a place where she knows she is loved not for what she does, but for who she is. It is a gift that any man can give, but it requires intentionality, effort, and a genuine commitment to building a relationship that truly honors her. For when a woman feels secure, she becomes the best version of herself, and the relationship becomes a source of boundless strength and joy. In any relationship, one of the deepest needs a woman has is to feel seen and heard. This desire is not about seeking attention or validation for its own sake. It stems from the fundamental human yearning for connection and significance. When a woman feels truly seen and heard by her partner, she feels valued not only for what she does, but for who she is at her core. It is in these moments of acknowledgement that intimacy is built and trust deepens. Being seen means that her presence is recognized, her individuality is celebrated, and her contributions, whether big or small, are appreciated. A woman wants to feel that her efforts in the relationship, in the home, or in her personal pursuits are noticed. It's about more than just saying, "Thank you for cooking dinner," or "I appreciate what you did today." It's about recognizing her unique essence, her thoughts, her passions, her struggles, and her triumphs. She needs to know that her partner is paying attention, not just to her actions, but to her emotions, her dreams, and even the subtleties of her nonverbal communication. When a woman feels seen, she feels that her partner is present in the relationship, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. It's about the quality of attention she receives. A distracted nod, a half-hearted response, or a phone screen dividing the space between them sends a message that she is not a priority. On the other hand, when a man makes the effort to fully engage, setting aside distractions, looking her in the eye, and actively participating in the conversation, it conveys respect and care. This level of attentiveness reassures her that she is not just another task on his to-do list, but someone whose presence truly matters to him. Equally important is the need to be heard. For a woman, being heard is about more than just having her words acknowledged. It's about feeling that her voice carries weight in the relationship. It means that her opinions are respected, her feelings are validated, and her concerns are taken seriously. When she shares her thoughts, she is not merely looking for agreement, but for understanding. She wants her partner to listen, not with the intent to respond or fix, but with the intent to comprehend. Listening, in this sense, is an active process. It involves more than hearing the words being spoken. It requires tuning into the emotions behind those words. For instance, when a woman expresses frustration about her day, she may not be seeking solutions. She may simply need empathy. A thoughtful response like, "That sounds really tough. How are you feeling about it?" can go a long way in making her feel heard and supported. Conversely, dismissing her feelings or immediately jumping to advice can make her feel misunderstood or even dismissed. When a woman is not seen or heard in her relationship, the effects can be deeply damaging. Over time, she may begin to feel invisible, as though her presence and contributions do not matter. This sense of invisibility often leads to feelings of loneliness and resentment. She might start to withdraw emotionally, questioning her worth in the relationship or even in her own eyes. What starts as a subtle gap in connection can grow into a chasm, creating distance that is difficult to bridge. It is important to recognize that being seen and heard does not mean agreeing with everything a woman says or accommodating her every request. It is about creating a space where her thoughts and feelings can be shared openly without fear of judgment or dismissal. This openness fosters trust, which is the bedrock of any strong relationship. A woman needs to know that she can express her true self, her joys, fears, flaws, and ambitions without the fear of rejection. Being seen and heard also requires consistency. It is not enough to occasionally offer attention or listen when it is convenient. A woman needs to feel that her partner is committed to this level of connection on a regular basis. Consistency builds reliability, and reliability reinforces trust. When a man consistently shows up for his partner, whether in small daily interactions or during significant moments, he sends a powerful message: you matter to me, and I am here for you. At its core, the need to be seen and heard is about feeling valued and loved. When a woman feels that her partner truly sees her, she feels that he appreciates her for who she is, not just for the role she plays. When she feels heard, she feels respected and understood. These feelings of appreciation and respect create a sense of belonging that strengthens the relationship. For men, the key to seeing and hearing their partner lies in intentionality. It means putting aside distractions, asking meaningful questions, and showing genuine interest in her world. It means practicing empathy, recognizing her emotions, and responding with care. It also means remembering the details, the small things she shares about her day, her preferences, her dreams, because these details matter. They are the threads that weave the fabric of intimacy and connection. When a woman is truly seen and heard, she feels safe, valued, and loved. This feeling becomes the foundation for a deeper, more enduring connection. It fosters an environment where both partners can thrive, knowing that their bond is built on mutual respect and understanding. In this space, love is not just spoken, it is demonstrated, nurtured, and lived. Communication is the heartbeat of every relationship. It is not merely the exchange of words, but the foundation upon which understanding, trust, and intimacy are built. For a woman, communication is about connection. It is the bridge that links her emotions, thoughts, and experiences to her partner. When communication thrives in a relationship, so does the bond between the individuals involved. However, when it falters, misunderstandings arise, emotional distance grows, and the relationship begins to suffer. At its core, communication involves more than just speaking. It is about listening with intention, responding with empathy, and ensuring that each person feels heard and valued. A woman thrives in a relationship where her partner not only hears her words, but also pays attention to the emotions and meanings behind them. She wants to feel that her thoughts matter, that her feelings are validated, and that her voice has a place in the dialogue of the relationship. For many women, the way communication is handled can reveal the depth of her partner's care and understanding. It is not enough to have surface-level conversations about daily routines or logistical matters. True communication involves delving into deeper topics, sharing dreams, discussing fears, and reflecting on both the joys and challenges of life. It is through these exchanges that a woman feels truly connected to her partner. Effective communication is not about one partner dominating the conversation or always trying to fix the other's problems. It is about creating a balance where both individuals feel comfortable expressing themselves. A woman often needs to process her thoughts and emotions by talking them through. For her, the act of sharing is not necessarily about seeking solutions, but about feeling supported and understood. When her partner listens with patience and without judgment, it reassures her that she is not alone in her struggles. Miscommunication, on the other hand, can be a silent destroyer of relationships. It often arises from assumptions, lack of clarity, or failure to truly listen. For example, when a woman expresses her frustration or disappointment, it is easy for her partner to interpret her words as criticism or nagging. However, beneath those emotions, there is often a deeper message, a plea for understanding, acknowledgement, or change. If her concerns are dismissed or minimized, she may begin to feel unheard and unimportant. Over time, this can lead to resentment, withdrawal, and a breakdown in the connection between partners. Another challenge in communication is the tendency to focus on winning an argument rather than resolving an issue. When conflicts arise, it is natural for emotions to run high, but effective communication requires setting aside the need to be right and prioritizing the health of the relationship. For a woman, knowing that her partner is willing to engage in honest and respectful dialogue even during disagreements reinforces her sense of security in the relationship. It shows her that their connection is valued more than the outcome of any single conflict. Nonverbal communication is equally important. A woman pays close attention to the tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language of her partner. These cues often convey more than words ever could. For example, a dismissive gesture or a sarcastic tone can undermine the sincerity of a spoken apology, while a warm smile or a reassuring touch can strengthen the impact of supportive words. Being mindful of these nonverbal signals helps create a deeper sense of alignment and understanding between partners. Consistency in communication is another vital aspect. Sporadic efforts to connect, such as occasional deep conversations or rare moments of attentiveness, are not enough to sustain a strong bond. A woman needs to feel that communication is an ongoing priority in the relationship. This means regularly checking in with each other, making time for meaningful conversations, and addressing issues as they arise rather than letting them fester. When her partner is consistently open and communicative, it fosters a sense of reliability and trust. Empathy is the glue that holds effective communication together. For a woman, knowing that her partner is genuinely trying to understand her perspective can make all the difference. Empathy does not require agreeing with everything she says, but rather recognizing and validating her feelings. A simple response like, "I can see why you feel that way," can go a long way in bridging emotional gaps. This validation reassures her that her experiences and emotions are respected, even when her partner's viewpoint may differ. Equally important is the willingness to apologize and forgive. No relationship is without its mistakes or misunderstandings, but the way these are handled can either strengthen or weaken the bond. A heartfelt apology demonstrates accountability, while forgiveness shows grace. For a woman, knowing that her partner is willing to take responsibility for his words or actions and that he values the relationship enough to make amends is deeply reassuring. In healthy communication, there is also room for laughter, playfulness, and lighthearted exchanges. Not every conversation needs to be serious or emotionally charged. Sharing jokes, reminiscing about happy moments, and expressing affection through words are just as important as addressing challenges. These moments of joy and connection remind a woman of the positive aspects of the relationship and help balance the weight of life's inevitable difficulties. Ultimately, communication is the lifeline of a relationship. When a woman feels that her partner is genuinely invested in understanding her, she becomes more willing to open up, share her heart, and invest in the relationship in return. Effective communication creates a cycle of trust, intimacy, and mutual support, allowing both partners to grow together. It is not just a skill to be mastered, but a daily practice that strengthens the foundation of love. Through consistent effort, empathy, and attentiveness, communication can transform a relationship into a true partnership where both individuals feel seen, heard, and deeply connected. Respect and appreciation are two of the most fundamental elements that nourish any healthy and enduring relationship. For a woman, these two qualities form the bedrock upon which trust, love, and emotional connection are built. When she feels respected and appreciated, she experiences a sense of worth and dignity that strengthens her bond with her partner. Conversely, when these qualities are absent, a relationship becomes fragile, leaving space for doubt, frustration, and disconnection. Respect, at its core, is about recognizing the inherent value of another person. It is the acknowledgement that the other individual is a whole person with their own thoughts, feelings, dreams, and boundaries. For a woman, feeling respected means knowing that her partner values her as an equal, not as someone to be controlled, manipulated, or taken for granted. It means that her opinions are taken seriously, her feelings are regarded with care, and her boundaries are respected, whether physical, emotional, or mental. A woman wants to feel that she is treated with dignity in both the small moments and the big ones. It's about being valued, not just for the things she does, like taking care of the home, handling the finances, or managing her career, but for who she is. This respect is demonstrated in how a partner listens to her, how he speaks to her, and how he supports her ambitions. When a man respects a woman, he honors her individuality, recognizes her contributions, and treats her as an equal in every aspect of the relationship. Unfortunately, when respect is lacking, it can create a feeling of imbalance in the relationship. A woman who feels disrespected may begin to feel invisible or unworthy of love and care. Disrespect can come in many forms, belittling her opinions, ignoring her feelings, disregarding her needs, or undermining her efforts. This creates emotional pain that over time erodes the trust and intimacy that a relationship needs to thrive. It can lead to feelings of inadequacy, loneliness, and frustration, leaving the woman questioning her place in the relationship. Equally important is appreciation. Appreciation goes beyond respect. It involves actively recognizing and acknowledging the efforts, qualities, and sacrifices that make the woman unique. It is a way of showing gratitude for her presence, her contributions, and the things she does for the relationship. When a woman feels appreciated, she is reminded that her value is seen and that her presence is not taken for granted. Appreciation can manifest in many ways. Simple acts of gratitude, such as saying thank you for the everyday things she does, can go a long way. Whether it's appreciating her hard work at home, recognizing her dedication to her career, or simply acknowledging the love and care she puts into the relationship, showing appreciation helps her feel valued. Complimenting her efforts, acknowledging her growth, and expressing gratitude for the little things she contributes all communicate to her that she is seen, respected, and loved. A woman who feels appreciated is more likely to feel motivated to continue putting her best effort into the relationship. Appreciation fosters an environment where both partners feel secure and valued. It encourages her to invest emotionally as she feels her love and commitment are being reciprocated. Furthermore, appreciation makes the woman feel desired not just for what she does, but for who she is. It reinforces the notion that she is loved for her authentic self. The absence of appreciation, on the other hand, can have a detrimental impact on the relationship. When a woman feels unappreciated, she may begin to feel like her contributions are unnoticed or undervalued. This often leads to feelings of resentment, frustration, and eventually emotional withdrawal. She may start to wonder why she continues to give so much if it goes unrecognized. This lack of acknowledgement can lead to a slow deterioration of the emotional connection in the relationship. Another key aspect of respect and appreciation is the acknowledgement of her autonomy. A woman needs to feel that she is free to make her own choices and pursue her own dreams without being judged or controlled. Respecting her autonomy means supporting her in her goals and ambitions, whether that involves her career, personal growth, or passions. It also means allowing her the space to express herself, make mistakes, and grow as an individual without fear of criticism or condemnation. A partner who respects a woman understands that her desires and needs may evolve over time. He recognizes that her identity is not solely defined by her relationship, but that she is an independent, multifaceted individual. Showing appreciation for this autonomy by encouraging her to grow and supporting her endeavors strengthens the relationship and deepens the emotional bond. Respect and appreciation also play a crucial role in handling conflict. In any relationship, disagreements are inevitable, but the way conflicts are managed can either build or break the relationship. A woman who feels respected during arguments will be more open to resolving issues collaboratively. When a partner listens carefully, refrains from dismissive comments, and shows empathy during disagreements, it fosters an atmosphere of mutual respect. On the other hand, disrespectful behavior during conflict, such as name-calling, belittling, or avoiding the conversation altogether, will create division, erode trust, and deepen emotional wounds. In the long term, when a woman feels respected and appreciated, it fosters a sense of safety in the relationship. She knows that her partner values her as an individual, that her feelings matter, and that her contributions are recognized. This emotional safety allows her to be vulnerable, to share her deepest thoughts, and to love without fear of rejection or betrayal. In a relationship rooted in respect and appreciation, both partners can grow together, navigating challenges and celebrating victories as a team. It creates a strong foundation where both individuals feel valued, loved, and empowered to be their best selves. Love is a concept often spoken about in grand terms, expressed through words and promises, yet its true power lies in actions. For a woman, love is not just something to be declared, it is something to be demonstrated consistently through meaningful gestures, attention, and care. Actions have the unique ability to give weight and authenticity to words, transforming them into experiences that create trust, connection, and security in a relationship. When love is shown through action, it becomes tangible and deeply felt. A woman can see, hear, and experience it in her everyday life. Whether it is in the small, thoughtful gestures or the grand, intentional acts, love expressed through action tells her that her partner values her and is willing to invest time and effort into their relationship. Actions bring love to life, showing her that her partner's feelings are more than fleeting emotions, they are enduring commitments. Simple acts of kindness can have a profound impact. Making her morning coffee, remembering her favorite treat, helping with household chores, or offering to take over a task when she's overwhelmed may seem like small things, but they communicate thoughtfulness and care. These gestures tell her that her partner is attuned to her needs and willing to support her in practical ways. For a woman, knowing that her partner notices the little things and acts upon them strengthens her sense of being cherished and valued. Consistency in actions is equally important. A single grand gesture cannot replace the steady, daily demonstrations of love that build the foundation of a strong relationship. A woman needs to feel that her partner's actions are reliable and ongoing, not sporadic or conditional. This consistency creates a sense of stability and trust, reassuring her that she can count on her partner through both the joys and challenges of life. Actions also hold special significance during difficult times. When a woman is going through stress, grief, or hardship, it is in these moments that love shown through action speaks the loudest. Offering a listening ear, holding her when she feels vulnerable, or stepping in to help without being asked are powerful ways to show love. These acts of support remind her that she is not alone, that her partner is not only aware of her struggles, but is willing to stand by her side and share the burden. Love in action also means paying attention to her emotional needs. A woman feels loved when her partner takes the time to understand her, validates her feelings, and provides reassurance. For example, when she expresses insecurity or doubt, a loving partner doesn't dismiss her emotions, but instead offers encouragement and comfort. Love is demonstrated when he chooses to be present, listens intently, and responds with kindness, even when the conversations are challenging or uncomfortable. A powerful way love is shown through action is in honoring commitments. Keeping promises, showing up on time, and following through on plans convey reliability and respect. For a woman, actions like these tell her that her partner values the relationship enough to be dependable. They build trust and reinforce the idea that she is a priority in his life. Broken promises or neglectful behavior, on the other hand, can undermine love, as they signal that her feelings or the relationship itself may not be as important as claimed. Actions also affirm love by celebrating her individuality. A woman feels deeply loved when her partner supports her passions, encourages her dreams, and takes pride in her achievements. This might involve attending an event that is important to her, asking about her goals and progress, or simply being her cheerleader in moments of self-doubt. These gestures show her that her partner is not just in love with the idea of being together, but is genuinely invested in her growth and happiness. Nonverbal actions also play a significant role in showing love. A warm hug, holding hands, a gentle kiss, or even a simple glance of affection can speak volumes. These physical gestures create intimacy and connection, reminding her of the bond they share. They convey care and devotion without the need for words, often reaching a part of the heart that language cannot. At the same time, love in action includes making sacrifices when necessary. This doesn't mean abandoning one's own needs entirely, but being willing to compromise or prioritize the relationship when the situation calls for it. Whether it's giving up personal time to help her with something important or adjusting plans to accommodate her needs, these sacrifices show her that her partner values the relationship above convenience or personal preferences. Importantly, love shown through action is also reflected in how a partner handles conflict. Choosing to communicate respectfully, seeking to understand her perspective, and working toward resolution rather than blame are powerful demonstrations of love. It shows her that her partner values the relationship enough to protect it even in the face of disagreements. Ultimately, actions serve as the proof of love. They bridge the gap between intention and impact, turning feelings into experiences that can be seen, felt, and remembered. For a woman, love shown through action provides a sense of security, reminding her that her partner's words are not empty promises, but reflections of a genuine, enduring commitment. In the end, love is not just about saying the right things, it is about doing the right things consistently, intentionally, and wholeheartedly. It is about being present, attentive, and willing to put effort into nurturing the relationship every day. When a woman experiences love through action, she feels deeply valued, respected, and cherished, creating a bond that grows stronger with time. Through these actions, love becomes more than an emotion, it becomes a way of life, a powerful force that shapes and sustains a meaningful relationship. A woman's soul is the core of her being, the place where her emotions, desires, values, and sense of self reside. When she enters a relationship, she seeks more than companionship. She seeks a space where her soul feels nurtured, valued, and at peace. A woman stays when she feels safe, seen, and supported in this sacred space. Conversely, she begins to drift emotionally and eventually physically when her soul no longer feels at home in the relationship. This departure is not an impulsive act, but a gradual unraveling that occurs when her deeper needs are unmet and her sense of belonging fades. A home for the soul is built on emotional connection. It is a place where she feels understood, where her feelings are validated, and where her partner takes the time to truly know her. When a woman shares her thoughts, fears, or dreams, she is opening the most vulnerable parts of herself. She seeks a partner who not only listens but also responds with empathy and care. If her emotions are dismissed, minimized, or met with indifference, she begins to feel isolated. This emotional disconnection creates a void where once there was intimacy, leaving her to wonder if she truly belongs. Respect is another cornerstone of the soul's home. A woman's sense of self-worth flourishes when her partner honors her individuality, choices, and boundaries. Respect means recognizing her autonomy, supporting her ambitions, and valuing her opinions as equal to his own. It means avoiding behaviors that demean, control, or belittle her. When respect is absent, it erodes her self-esteem and creates an environment where she feels diminished rather than empowered. Over time, This lack of respect becomes intolerable, and her soul begins to search for a place where it can thrive. Appreciation fuels the soul's sense of belonging. A woman invests deeply in her relationships, often pouring time, energy, and love into nurturing her partner and building a life together. She does this not out of obligation, but as an expression of her love and commitment. However, when her efforts go unnoticed or unacknowledged, she begins to feel taken for granted. Appreciation is not just about saying thank you, but about recognizing the unique qualities she brings to the relationship: her kindness, strength, creativity, and sacrifices. Without this recognition, her soul begins to feel unappreciated and undervalued, leaving her yearning for a space where her worth is acknowledged. Safety, both emotional and physical, is essential for her soul to feel at home. A woman thrives in a relationship where she feels free to be herself without fear of judgment, criticism, or rejection. She needs to know that her partner will protect her not just from external threats, but from emotional harm within the relationship. This means avoiding harsh words, neglect, or any behavior that undermines her sense of security. When safety is compromised, the relationship becomes a source of anxiety rather than comfort. Her soul, in search of peace, may eventually choose to leave. Consistency is another vital factor. A home for the soul is not built on occasional grand gestures, but on steady, reliable actions that demonstrate love and commitment over time. A woman needs to feel that her partner is present and dependable, not just when it's convenient, but in the everyday moments that define a relationship. Broken promises, neglect, or inconsistency create an unstable foundation that leaves her feeling uncertain about the future. Without consistency, her soul begins to doubt the relationship's ability to provide lasting comfort and security. A woman also needs space for her soul to grow. A relationship should be a place where both partners can evolve individually and together. She seeks a partner who encourages her dreams, supports her aspirations, and celebrates her growth. If her ambitions are dismissed, or if she feels confined by expectations that limit her potential, she may begin to feel stifled. Her soul craves freedom, creativity, and the ability to pursue her passions. When these needs are unmet, she begins to long for a place where she can expand and flourish. When a woman's soul no longer feels at home, the decision to leave is not made lightly. It is often preceded by years of trying to communicate her needs, trying to mend the cracks, and trying to reignite the connection. But when her efforts are met with resistance, indifference, or neglect, she begins to withdraw emotionally. The process is gradual. She may stop sharing her thoughts, her laughter may fade, and the spark in her eyes may dim. By the time she decides to leave physically, she has often already left emotionally. Her departure is not about giving up, but about seeking a space where her soul can breathe again. It is about reclaiming her sense of self, rediscovering her worth, and finding an environment that aligns with her deepest needs. It is a courageous act of self-preservation and a statement that her well-being matters. For a relationship to truly thrive, it must be a place where both partners feel at home in their souls. This requires continuous effort, open communication, and a willingness to adapt and grow together. It means prioritizing emotional connection, respect, appreciation, safety, consistency, and growth. When these elements are present, the relationship becomes a sanctuary, a place where the soul feels nourished, cherished, and at peace. Ultimately, a woman leaves when her soul no longer feels at home, but she stays when her soul finds a place of belonging. It is not perfection she seeks, but a partner who is willing to love her, honor her, and walk beside her as they build a home for their souls together.